Who's the best opponent you've faced? The toughest one?
Toughest opponent is my own self.
Yeah.
Every single time. The only person that can beat Tyson Fury is him himself.
In the mental way?
Mentally, yeah.
And
toughest battle I've ever had is mental health.
Yeah.
You never ever defeat it. You can never win against it, ever. With a long, stiff, hard jab. That's how you keep it away. You know, people ask me all the time, oh, you've defeated mental health. No, I haven't. I liken it to the song Hotel California. The verse, it says, you can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. But you can, really, you can get well, you can check out anytime you want, but it's not if, but it's when she returns.
Yeah.
So my top tips of battling with your mental health is this. Short-term goals, small short-term goals, okay? A structured routine lifestyle, fitness and health and fitness, like working out and stuff, whatever that might be to the individual, and just living one day at a time, eating well, drinking well, and that's about it really. A healthy lifestyle and a busy. There's a saying, the devil will make work for idle hands. So as long as you're keeping yourself busy with short-term goals, then you'll be all right.
What are your short-term goals right now?
My short-term goals, getting through this podcast and getting back to the hotel and going into the gym and doing like a 40-minute cardio workout, followed by a 40-minute stint in a sauna, followed by 20 minutes in the pool.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's my short-term goals right now.
I don't know how to feel about that now.
And that is short-term. I don't mean like next week or next month. I'm on about like immediately short-term. As long as I've got something to do in your life, I feel like it's a lot better rather than just having nothing to do. When I've got like time away from the gym or time away from what I do, that's the time where I'm at my most susceptible to being brought down by mental health struggle. So as soon as I open my eyes in the morning at 6 a.m, I'm working and doing jobs right until I go to bed at 9 a.m, 9 p.m. rather. I get up early and I go to sleep early. They say, why? Because I'm a different fucking breed, that's why. I don't want to stay up till all hours in the morning. I don't want to lay in bed till 10 o'clock in the afternoon. I want to get up early, go to bed early. That's how I like to live. And my dad says to me, like, you've worked all your life and you've sacrificed all your life to get to this point, and the only thing you can think of doing is training twice a day, 7 days a week. That's it. I live in this little bubble, Spencer will tell you. I hate going away from where I live. And I've got this structured routine, and I hate breaking my routine. I could tell you what I do 7 days a week. Every single day is the same. You've watched the movie Groundhog Day? That's my life. Get up at the same time, eat at the same places, take the kids to school, drop them off, come back, go to the gym, come back, eat, sleep, go to the gym, go to bed. And I feel like there's nothing really for me past 9 p.m. at night time. Don't get me wrong, I do go out now and again. I do go out partying until all hours in the morning or whatever, but not that often. It's not like a regular thing, maybe 2-3 times a year max. Sometimes you need a release. There's a saying, all work and no play will make Jack a dull boy. And you know, if you live a Spartan lifestyle, so to say, and you don't go out, you don't drink, you don't have any vices, guess what? You ain't going to make it in life. You ain't going to make that unreachable goal, because you need to be two sides of a coin. And that's the truth. You can't just be focused for so long and not release. There has to be a release sometimes.
I want to touch on, because you mentioned kids before.
Yeah.
You have 6 kids.
Yeah, one on the way, due in September, number 7.
Number 7. And I watched the podcast where you said you want 10.
Yeah.
Right, so how do you manage your family life? Because you're always traveling, you have a structured life, you know. How does your family fit into all this?
You know, I've got a good wife, and we've got 6 beautiful kids. We're very just normal people, you know what I mean? We just do normal stuff and that sort of thing, and she's very good at what she does, you know. All props to her, because I couldn't look after the kids on my own, not a chance. And like you say, I'm either away in America or I'm away travelling up and down doing things and stuff, so I always say that I've got to do my job, and that's pay the bills and look after my family, so she understands all of that.
So how often would you see your family throughout the year?
Oh, I've seen them all the time.
You see them all the time?
Yeah, I'll only go into maybe fight twice a year.
Okay.
And I'll only train for 6-7 weeks per time of it.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know, so then I'll go away from my family for that during that training camp, but I'll be back after that and that'll be it then.
Yeah.
So we go on holidays together. We do all that thing. So I'm not away from them all the time.
Well, that makes sense.
And when I'm at home, I'm like a full-time, full hands-on dad, you know.
Full hands-on
I do
dad.
loads of stuff. When I'm in fight camp, I don't want to see no women. I don't want to see anything to go outside world. I don't want to see it. You know, if I'm in a training camp, I'm focused on a goal. And if everyone's not got that same goal in hand, then they have to leave. I don't want to see my wife. I don't want to see my kids during camp because I have to flip a switch to go from dad, husband, to being an animal and a gypsy king. Yeah. And I can't keep switching it every 2 minutes. It's difficult to go through back and forward, back and forward. I don't want to know about the outside world's problems. I don't want to know what's happening to John down the road or the guy next door. Just stay away from me. I've got 6-7 weeks that I've got to put my mind in a place of smashing someone to pieces. Then afterwards, tell me whatever you want. Yeah.
It seems like you don't even care. It says you just focus on what you need to do.
I need to focus on what I've got to do because at that time in my life, nothing else really matters.
Yeah.
And every time that something bad happens while I'm in a training camp, well, it messes me up, you know what I mean?